The Federation of Young Farmers Clubs in Zimbabwe introduces the Young Farmer Development Program. Over the past 5 years, our organization has been identifying, networking, and developing the next generation of Zimbabwean farmers. Over 2,000 young farmers have been identified and networked through our various platforms. In partnership with the government of Zimbabwe, a special group of champion farmers have been separated and are now defined as young farmer pace setters. These special young farmers have availed themselves as forerunners and mentors in leading the national agro-industrial revolution in Zimbabwe. Working with various partners, the Federation of Young Farmers Clubs in Zimbabwe has embarked on a national tour. We will be visiting the 10 provinces of Zimbabwe to unveil and showcase these forerunners. And this week, we are in Mashonaland East Province. The Gumbo brothers, Rufaro and Rukudzo, are showing us that age is nothing but a number when it comes to farming. These young men are putting to good use their academic qualifications to take their farm to the next level.
The advice would give to aspiring farmers is spend most of your time in learning and research so that when you get to the implementation stage, you've equipped yourself adequately so that you can take on the task at hand.
These brothers specialize in grain seed production. Tawanda Garwe, based in Goromonzi, shows us that sometimes farming is based on instinct. Garwe makes farming look so easy and simple because he has the nose for identifying what works, keeping his farm moving as a well-oiled machine.
Farming is a business, and for you to make money, you just need to start with the right seed.
Proving that one need not stick to old methods and tools is Gareth Stockhill, based in Murewa. Stockhill has learned that in farming, one needs to come up with ways to make the work slightly easier and more bearable for new farmers coming up. Stockhill has created a small-scale pivot which is very helpful when working on smaller pieces of land for new upcoming farmers who might not have a budget for a pivot. Besides coming up with new ways of trying to make farming easier for himself and fellow farmers who might be interested, Stockhill specializes in beef production with 700 head of cattle.
The concept behind the pivot is that it will benefit small scale farmers, for them to give them an opportunity for themselves and their families.
They say for plants to grow, they must be watered with love. Aaron Denenga, based in Beatrice, Seke district, shows that it's not only plants that grow with love, but the spirit of the team working the soil day and night.
So the onus is on us as employers to look after employees better, so that people are also happy to be employees. And again, that's where I go back to what we do here on the farm. We try our best to ensure that people have some form of development. My admin clerk, who is actually now my head accountant of the firm, started off as a domestic worker on our farm. And that was before we moved to the farm. And then when we moved to the farm, she initially started in the homestead. And then we started giving a little bit of more tasks to the point where we sent her to bookkeeping school. And then now she's the head bookkeeper of the farm.
Denenga has made significant infrastructural development at the farm for himself and his workers, with a nursery school for the workers' children being the gem of the whole operation. Denenga specializes in tobacco production with 80 hectares allocated to tobacco. The Federation of Young Farmers Clubs in Zimbabwe would like to thank the government of Zimbabwe and our sponsors. We continue to grow together and utilizing our land to create a better future, keeping the wheels of Zim agriculture in motion.
For a tough, reliable partner that works as hard as you do, just add Ranger.